What it do, YouTube? Your boy Playoff Don is back with another video. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. I certainly am. I tell you who is. I know who is for sure. And that's New York Knicks fans. Definitely, these people are hype. And they should be. They should be because their team has been pretty phenomenal as of late. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video. I'm going to show the New York Knicks some love because they certainly deserve it. They have been rolling. Let's get into it. Let's talk about these Knicks. So 14-2 are the New York Knicks since the infamous OG Anunoby trade, which a lot of people were on board with this, myself included. And they have been like insanely fun to watch, and they have been really murdering teams, and not just bottom feeders. They've been murdering like good teams with positive records, above 500 teams, since this Anunoby trade happened. And like I said, it's super fun to watch. They are now the number 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. And for somebody who doesn't check the standings all the time, you're like, what? The Knicks? That's right. The Knicks are the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference as we speak. They've been rolling, like I said, 14-2. And really, man, the Knicks have always been a solid, just steady, high floor team who they just play very, like, fundamentally. They play within themselves. They play within a team concept. Everybody has their role. They know who they are. It's just been a steady, yet at the same time kind of middling team, right? But since this trade, and what I love about this trade, not only is OG Anunoby like a very, very coveted player around the league. Like, everybody values this guy. There's a reason why Toronto was like, they were trying their best to milk every asset that a team had for them. Like, they were asking for crazy, absurd things like, oh, give me 4 first-round picks for Anunoby, even though we all know he's not worth that. But they were trying to get as much as they could because they know how valuable he is, and he is. Anunoby is a super, super valuable player, really. It kind of, the thing with OG, it's like the narrative around him kind of like soured. People are kind of like lower on him, I think, because when he was younger and when he was coming up and developing his offensive game, it looked super promising, and everybody was like, oh, here we go. I think he won, I believe so. I don't want to say that, but he may or may not have won most improved player one year. He may or may not have. I'm sorry, I don't keep track of those those awards. You know, those are kind of funny, but yes, he was on that trajectory. Like, he was starting to get more of a tighter handle. He was creating his own shot. The ball was going in the hoop. Like, he was already a defensive menace with length, and now his offensive bag was coming in. So people are like, oh dear, here comes Anunoby. He's about to be a star. And he kind of just leveled off offensively. You know what I mean? But still, and, you know, like, that made people sour on him. But still, he is still an awesome, awesome player. And the Knicks said, hey, we'll take him. We'll scoop him up. They ship out R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly, who were good players for them. But me, admittedly, I've never been an R.J. Barrett fan. I just always felt like he was insanely inconsistent, and that offense just never really got there on a night-to-night basis. And Quickly was a good player as well, but he probably couldn't reach his full potential on this team because they have an amazing all-star now caliber guard in Jalen Brunson, and he was never going to flourish here. So they move those guys out. They bring in Anunoby, and it explodes, right? Anunoby fits in seamlessly. A true do-it-all two-way wing for the Knicks, which again, RJ has been up and down. Anunoby's just a better player. He just is. And now that's a solid locked in piece. And I really love this trade for a playoff setting. For playoff reasons, I really love this trade. Because now Anunoby is just so much more steady than what they had going on before. And Anunoby is a real guy, a real wing that you can throw at these top contenders in the playoffs. And that's why I love that trade for the Knicks. It's not just about, there were people who like poo-pooed on the trade because like, okay, they're just getting a role player. Does this really make a difference in the East? Here's what I say, and I always say this. Every trade should not have a bar of can you win the championship now or not. If not, then it's a bad trade. I hate that thinking. How about just get better? And that's what the Knicks are doing. They just want to get better. Let's get incrementally better. We've been horrible forever. Let's just be good. Let's just be very, very good and take solid steps up. We can't always swing for superstars. But like I said, Anunoby is a guy that you can throw at Jason Tatum if you run into the Celtics in the playoff series. He's a guy that you can throw at Jimmy Butler if you run into Miami in the playoff series. You could throw him at Tyrese Maxey. He can defend quick guards. He's like that. You can shoot. You could throw him on Giannis if you want to. Anunoby is like that. He is that good defensively. And then again, the Knicks already have a ton of size. So then you bring him in, it just amplifies that even more. So I really, really love that trade. And shout out to the Knicks front office as well. Because those guys, they do not get the credit that they deserve. Those guys are awesome. They make smart, on the margins trades that always seem to end up making a real difference for their team. And there's still people in the media that are still bashing the Knicks like, go get these stars, go get these stars. And the old regime, I really want to praise these new regime, like these guys they have in now. Because the old regime would have heard Zach LaVine rumors and they would have been on that. And they would have traded way too much to go get somebody like Zach LaVine or to go get someone like insert highlight shot creator that doesn't really bring much else to the team. I don't want to throw too much shade at Zach LaVine, but he's not what the Knicks need. But this front office, they just see good talent that can help us right now. It doesn't need to be a star. We've got stars. No, we're not, the best team in the East. But we're getting incrementally better. We've sucked for years. Let's just have a good team. And who knows? And they make a smart little trade not trade, but they sign Jalen Brunson. Look how incredible he's been. And by the way, Jalen Brunson is freaking phenomenal. We all know. But do we really know? Do we really understand how freaking good this dude is? This dude is freaking unbelievable. There is nothing that he cannot do. Who cares if he's not a great athlete? Who cares if he's not big? He gets to his spot every time. You cannot slow him down. He's got a better post-up game than than 80% of the bigs in the league do today. He is such a bucket. He's amazing. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. He's an all-star. But yes, and shout out to the Knicks front office. And again, Anunoby fits in seamlessly, and they immediately start killing people. And this could be something in the playoffs in the East. I really do. I think they can make some serious noise because the East is not all that amazing. Like the Milwaukee Bucks, they have their flaws, and the Celtics, they look dominant right now, but can we totally trust them? I think the Knicks could absolutely push them to their break. I do like how New York matches up with that team. Because again, they got the size, they got the playmakers. And Philly is not bulletproof by any means either. And it's kind of Joel, and it is Maxey, but is Maxey ready to be a lead handler in the playoffs? Who knows? I think they can beat anybody else like, it can be there. And a move like this, we could very well see this make a serious difference for the Knicks in the playoffs. Um, I just had to shout them out. This trade has been masterful, masterful for them. And yeah, man, shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. Get well soon, Julius Randle. He did go down when they played the Heat a few days ago. It didn't look great. Maybe he'll be back in a month. We'll see. And hopefully Mitchell Robinson will be back at some point. And then when they have him, then they have another elite rim protector to help them out in these playoffs. The Knicks, I would not sleep on this team in the playoffs. I think this is a real team to take seriously. Am I calling them contenders? We'll see if they keep rolling like this. But they look legitimate and they play amazing. They're very fun to watch. Yeah, man, I had to shout out the Knicks. This OG Anunoby trade is an A+. A++. Yes. But yeah, I had to shout out the Knicks. Let me know if there's Knicks fans in the comments. Let me know how do y'all believe in this team? Are you loving the season? Do you think you can you think you take the Bucks or the Celtics in the playoffs? Who knows? I think this team is really good. Really good. And everyone here should be praised because this looks awesome right now. But yeah, this has been Playoff Don. I will be coming out with more content, y'all. Don't y'all worry. And I will be out for this one. Y'all take it easy. Peace.